My name is Chris Manning. I'm Director of Quality Assurance for 352. And what if I were to tell you that everything you knew about how QA should work in an Agile environment was wrong? Well, hold on, let me explain. In the current QA environment, QA is off to the side. You schedule a day for testing and to test the backlog towards the end of the sprint. QA is its own team, and it's not accounted for during the effort pointing process. There's little to no client interaction. Well, how should it work? Well, you should be integrated with the teams. You should be testing the backlog as work is completed, and on phone calls to hear the client expectations. Also, you need to be a part of the effort pointing process. Right now, it works a little bit like this. Developers complete their tasks, they mark it ready for QA, and the project manager gets with you towards the end of the sprint to schedule testing. What could go wrong? You have everything you need. You can get everything done in a short, concise period of time. It sounds pretty good so far, right? Well, you weren't a part of the effort pointing process. Well, this means you could get lowballed on time, leaving you little to no time to test. And you're scrambling at the end, trying to get everything tested, meaning stuff can get released without fully being tested correctly. Also, you weren't a part of any of the client interaction. You don't know the scope of the website. You could be testing for 5,000 users in your load test when the client only wants 5 to 10 users to be sustained on the website. This leads to a lot of wasted effort on your part, and you could be submitting bugs for performance issues that just really don't matter. Well, how should it work? It should work like this. Be a part of client phone calls. Be a part of sprint planning. This allows you to get the scope of the website, the demographic, the goals, and the potential load of the website all in perspective. Now you're testing leaner and more efficient because you know all this stuff. You know the scope. You know what the client wants out of the website. Next, be a part of sprint planning and be a part of the effort pointing process in particular. That's important. Now you can talk to the team directly about how hard you think a task is going to be to test so that too much work isn't taken on in the sprint, leaving you no time to test at the end. Next, be a part of daily stand-ups. You have open communication with the team, and you can tell them what you're waiting on. This gives us accountability for the developers. Now they know that you're waiting on them for work so they can complete it on time and as needed. Working as a team closes the loop. Right now, it's set up like this. You have your sprint level, you have your story level, and then you have your tasks. Well, if you wait till the end of the sprint and one of these fails, you're going to have, on average, maybe 12 stories per sprint. Let's say you fail 5 of them. Now, the entire team gets 5 tickets all the way back up to the sprint level at once. This is bad because now they're stuck in a loop. They're going to go from sprint all the way back down to the task level. Now, what should happen is, as stuff is being completed, you're testing. So it gets to the story, and you test. It gets to task, and you test. This keeps the loop relatively small. If a task fails, you go back to the task level. If a story fails, you go back to the story level. Now you're testing way more efficient. And it leaves time open for you to be doing other stuff like exploratory testing, regression testing, instead of just wasting your time with doing solely verification and validation testing. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. My name is Chris Manning. Feel free to check back for more videos later.